Hi guys, I thought we must talk about something very important that got me so busy recently. Let's just briefly talk about financial statements. Did you know that in terms of legislation, you are required to prepare your financials on a monthly basis, that you must update them monthly? So every month there must be an update of your financials, and thereafter you need to ensure that on an annual basis you prepare your financial statements. That's your normal financial statements, your statement of financial position, your income and expenditure, or your statement of comprehensive income, your cash flows, and also your changes in equity. And also, there must be notes that explain certain elements within your financials. Now, this is very important. Now, after preparing annually, you have up to 4 months to submit your financials. So you have within 4 months. So let's say your financial year end was 28 February, like most FSPs were due last month as at the 31st. You have up to 4 months when the financial year has ended. So this means you've got a whole 4 months to actually prepare your financials. So effectively, we can say there's a lot of time, a third of a year, for you to prepare the financials. I know there's a lot of work that goes into it, but there is ample time, if I can put it that way. So the earlier the better. You should not wait for the last minute to prepare your financials. And something about these financials, you must know that if you are an FSP, you are also a company. Therefore, in terms of your requirements to audit, it is actually regulated in terms of the Companies Act. And the FSCA accepts some of the exemptions that are applicable in terms of the requirements for audit. However, I need to quickly mention here that you must, on an annual basis, complete what we call Annexure A or Notice 82, where you confirm that you are still eligible by answering certain questions in a correct way, that you are still eligible for that exemption. Otherwise, without that form, the FSCA treats your submission of financials as incomplete, even though you may be eligible, but the absence of that form makes the FSCA treat your submission as not complete. So it's very important that Annexure A is submitted. However, if you have had your financials audited, you don't have to submit that annexure because you are not using that exemption when you are submitting your financials. And I need to also maybe mention another dimension that I think can be an experience of some of the FSPs. You find that in some instances, an FSP is new, or they are not very new, but they have not started to be active. In such cases, you may find that there is actually no business that has been happening, and therefore there are no financials to submit. This does not remove the requirement to submit, because one of the conditions of your license is that you need to submit financials. Therefore, if you have not submitted your financials, you are non-compliant. So what happens in this case? In this case, there is still a leeway for you to submit what is called a letter of dormants. However, this is not like a perpetual thing. The FSCA only allows it for a short time. And my recent inquiry showed that it's only allowed for up to 2 years. Otherwise, beyond 2 years, you can't say we were dormant. So you need to ensure that you are active at some point as an FSP. You can't submit a letter of dormants forever. You have to start to be active. Otherwise, maybe you just need to request a letter. You need to request your lapsing of your license because the business is not really taking off. Yeah, so those are some of the insights I thought I must share with you, and something that you need to always keep in mind and also pay attention to. Remember, it's always important to stay compliant and to act on time, and rather than to act outside the time requirements that are permitted. Thank you. Bye.